Hello student, I am Kadambini Balakrishna Patil, teacher in mathematics, presently working with Deccan Education Societies, Willingdon College, Sangli. We have started with our topic indefinite integration, in which we are started with exercise 3.3 and we are completed first example. For remaining examples, we will move towards the PPT. Okay, next example, that is integration x square sine 3x dx. Now in this example again we are going to use integration by parts. So what is the integration by parts? That theorem we need to write it. Integration of u into v dx is u into integral of v dx minus derivative of u, because differentiable function we need to select. So du by dx into integrable of function, that is integral v dx into dx. That means again we need to integrate this product. So here we need to select now our u function and v function. So sometimes we are, now look at here, sometimes you are able to judge the function and you are able to write which one is u and which one is v, but normally we'll use our LIATE form. So accordingly that we'll select our function in one function x square and other function. Function means first function, that is u, another function is v. Why we are selecting? We are selecting by our rule LIATE. By that rule we are selecting which function is u, which function is v. Okay, so now x square into integral of sine 3x dx minus derivative of x square into integrable of sine 3x dx, and integration, that means integration of product of whatever the result is. So we'll start with that. Now look at here, x square minus cos 3x upon 3, because derivative of minus cos is sine. As usual, this is a linear function, 3 is multiple of x which is in the denominator, so you will get 3. So x square minus cos 3x upon 3 minus derivative of x square is 2x, and again as you are discussed here or I have discussed here, this is minus cos 3x upon 3 dx. Okay, we need to simplify now. This is nothing but minus x square cos 3x upon 3. Now this minus is plus. So you are having plus sign here. 2 upon 3 is constant because this is 2 upon 3. So that is constant, x cos 3x dx. Again you are having u into form. That means we are using again this formula. And in this formula, x is u and cos 3x as v. So we are using 2 times this formula. You are able to use many times this formula in one example after getting an integration. Why? Because to get the final answer. So we'll start with that. So what you will get, the first term as it is, that is minus x square cos 3x upon 3 plus 2 upon 3. Again I told you that we are using x cos 3x dx. Here you are having this as u, this as v. So now look at here. This is x into integrable of cos 3x dx minus integration of derivative of x into integration of cos 3x dx, and the integration of product or the result of the functions also. So we'll start with that. You will get minus x square cos 3x upon 3 plus 2 upon 3, x as it is. You know that integrable of cos is sine, but angle is 3x. So 3x, but this is linear one. Its coefficient of x is in the denominator. So you'll get x sine 3x upon 3 minus derivative of x is 1. So what you will get here? 1 into again this value is already known to you, that is sine 3x upon 3 dx. Now 1 into everything is same number. So you will get sine 3x upon 3. Okay, so you are started with that, and once if you know that both the side you are having 3, so you take 3 out of the integral sign, as that is a constant. So what you will get, minus x square cos 3x upon 3 plus 2 upon 9 x sin 3x. Now minus plus is minus here, and 2 upon this 3, so you are able to multiply by this, so you will get 2 upon 9 integration of sin 3x dx. Now this is simple one, immediately you will get the value, and that value is minus x square cos 3x upon 3 plus 2 upon 9 x sin 3x minus 2 upon 9. You know that what is the integration of a sine? Integration of a sine is cos, angle you will get here as it is. Now this is a linear function. Whatever is the coefficient of x, that goes to the denominator, as we are already learned f of x, integration of f of ax plus b dx. That formula we are using again and again, 1 upon a, whatever may be the value of ax plus b, that is I am using capital, there I have used capital letter f of ax plus b in that lecture. So that same value we are using here. Now the simple thing is that you need to multiply. So final answer is minus x square cos 3x upon 3 plus 2 upon 9x sin 3x. Now look at here, this minus minus is plus here. 2 upon 9 into 3. 9 into 3 is 27. So 2 upon 27 cos 3x plus constant of integration. Okay, so we are finished with this example. Before starting with the next example, we need some values, and that value is nothing but integration of log x dx. Okay, as usual you know that you are not able to integrate log x as it is, you don't have any formula, but now using UV formula you are able to get it. So what way you will write this? As log x into 1. Okay, log x into 1 dx. Now this is nothing but v, and this one is nothing but u. So by using that, you know that log x into integral of 1 dx minus integral of, one now derivative of log x, derivative of log x into integral of 1 dx, and whatever is the result, it integrable again. So what you will get? You will get this as log x into x. Okay, this is a product of these two functions, minus integral of 1 upon x into x dx. Now this x and x will get cancelled. You will get here as x log x minus integrable of dx. So which is nothing but x log x minus x plus constant of integration. If you take x common, you left with log x minus 1 plus constant of integration. Okay, this value we want as a formula. Keep this as a formula in your mind. One more thing which you want as integration of tan inverse of x dx. Again we are using the same formula. You will get here as tan inverse of x into 1 dx. Now look at here. As usual in the previous, or whenever there is a constant, I told you this as an integrable function. So tan inverse of x integration of 1 dx minus integration of derivative of tan inverse of x into integral of 1 dx, and whatever the result you will get, the product of it is again integrable function. So you will get this as tan inverse of x into x minus integration of tan inverse x derivative is 1 upon 1 plus x square into x dx. So you are able to write this as x tan inverse of x minus, what is minus? Integral of x upon 1 plus x square dx. You are able to write this as, this is equal to x tan inverse of x minus half. You are doing adjustment here. 2x upon 1 plus x square dx. Now this is like integrable of your formula, integration of f dash of x upon fx dx is equal to log of fx plus constant of integration that we are using. So what value you will get for the tan inverse of x? You will get this value as, I will write this value in another color, that is nothing but you will get x tan inverse of x, and here minus half log of mod 1 plus x square plus constant of integration. Okay, this formula, you keep this in mind, like this is a formula for you. Okay, so while after this we'll move towards our next example from exercise 3.3, and that's why I have discussed, because you are having tan inverse x in this example. Okay, so we'll start with that. Now look at here, we know that integral u into v dx equal to u integral of v dx minus integral of du by dx integral of v dx into dx. Okay, so we'll use that formula, and by that formula we'll choose our function. So I equal to integration of x square tan inverse x dx. So by using the formula you will get tan inverse x as it is, because normally, as I have discussed, tan inverse function will choose as a differentiable or derivable function. Integral of x square dx equal to derivative of tan inverse x integration of x square dx. Okay, so we'll start with our next step. Next step is given by, now integration of x square is x cube upon 3. So x cube upon 3 tan inverse x, you got the first term. This is your first term. Now you are already integrated. Now second term is, this is differentiation of tan inverse x, and what is integration of x square? That is x cube upon 3 dx. So 1 upon 3 is constant, that you are able to take outside the integral sign. You left with, what is here? That is x cube tan inverse of x upon 3. Now we will take 1 upon 3 out of the integral sign. You left with x cube upon 1 plus x square. Now x cube as it is, it's not a derivative of the denominator. That means you need an adjustment. What are the adjustments? So that this will be the part of numerator. For that, you know that you want x square plus 1, but you are having x cube. So if you multiply by x, you will get x cube plus x, which you don't want. So you are able to write as minus x. And hence x cube you are able to write as x into x square plus 1 minus x, or you are able to write this as x cube plus x minus x, and hence you are this second integral, that is x cube plus x minus x dx. So this way you need to take the decision what you want on the numerator. This is your thought process. I am giving you completely working, means I am giving you thought process what way you will integrate. Okay, now next step will be, that is x cube tan inverse of x upon 3, 1 upon 3 x into x square plus 1 minus x dx. Now it is simplified, so you will get two terms. What are those two terms? 1 upon 3 integration of x square plus 1 upon 1 plus x square dx. That means you are simplifying here. As it is, you are having x cube tan inverse of x upon 3 minus 1 upon 3 integration of x into 1 plus x square. I am able to write x square plus 1 or 1 plus x square. That is because I told you many times addition is commutative. So you will get minus x upon 1 plus x square dx. Okay. Now after this you are having this step, that is x cube tan inverse of x upon 3 minus 1 upon 3 integration of x into x square plus 1 upon 1 plus x square dx minus integration of x upon 1 plus x square dx. 1 plus x square will get cancelled. So your integration is simple. That is nothing but x cube tan inverse of x minus 1 upon 3 is there. Here you left with x dx. Now we need an adjustment because what is the derivative of the denominator? Derivative of the denominator is 2x. We are having only x. We want any constant, and so many times I told you constants are adjustable. So here you will get half into 2x dx upon 1 plus x square. So immediately you are able to integrate it. That is nothing but x cube tan inverse of x upon 3 minus 1 upon 3. Integration of x is by using your formula x raised to n dx. That is nothing but x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1 plus constant of integration you are using. So here you will get x square upon 2 minus half. So which formula you are using in this integral? Here you are using integration of f dash of x upon fx dx, which is nothing but log of mod fx dx mod fx plus constant of integration. Okay, so you are using this formula here, so you will get this as half log mod 1 plus x square plus constant of integration. So we want our final answer because we need to multiply by 1 upon 3. So what you will get? You will get this as x cube tan inverse x upon 3. 3 to the 6, so you will get x square upon 6. Minus minus is plus, so you are having plus here. Then 1 upon 3 into 1 upon 2, that is 1 upon 6 log 1 plus x square plus constant of integration. Okay, now here you are able to simplify this answer also. You are able to take 1 upon 6 common, so that you will get 2x cube tan inverse of x. Okay, this is your function, and you will have here minus x square plus log of mod 1 plus x square. Okay, plus constant of integration. So this is also alternative answer which you will have in your or solution also. Okay, so we'll start with our next example. Now look at here, your next example is integration of log x bracket square. Single log x is difficult to integrate, and now you are having 2 times log x. Okay, so we'll start with that. So we are using again our formula, that is u into v dx. So what will happen to log x bracket square? So for log x bracket square, we'll substitute. Why we need to substitute? It is simple if it becomes an exponential function. Okay, because as it is, even though if you will take 1, you know that this is derivative. So for the derivative, you will get 2 log x upon x. So again, you will have the log x in your value. So we don't want that complications. So we are able to convert this into exponential function by using the formula, or you can say definition of log x from the exponential function. So if you substitute log x equal to t, you will get x as e raised to t. If you will differentiate, you will get dx equal to e raised to t dt. This you will get by differentiating dx equal to e raised to t dt. Now what will be our integration? Your integration becomes t square, because log x equal to t. We need to write what is dx. Dx is e raised to t dt. Now this is simple function. Okay, now this is in the form of proper u into v form. Okay, so you take v. This is exponential function. This one is u. As usual, your rule is LIATE. Exponential function is last one. So you will take v as exponential function. So you are using here t square integration of e raised to t dt minus integration of derivative of t square into integration of e raised to t dt. Okay, there is a product of these two functions. So what value you will get? E raised to t, derivative is also e raised to t, and integration also e raised to t. So you will get t square e raised to t. Now what is the derivative of t square? You will get 2t and e raised to t dt. Again you will take 2 common, or you can take integral out of the integral sign. Why? Because it is a constant. And again use this whatever the formula is. Why? I told you, you are able to use many times this formula in one example. So we'll start with that. So first term as it is, your t square e raised to t. 2 is out of the integral sign, t e raised to t dt. Again we'll integrate it. So you'll get t square e raised to t minus 2. We are using this formula. So to use this formula, this is u, this is v. So u is u into integration of v dt minus derivative of t into integration of e raised to t dt. Now this is one function. There is another function whose product is there. We'll think about it whether it is completed or not. Now look at here, t square e raised to t minus 2. As it is, integration of e raised to t is e raised to t. You will get t into e raised to t minus derivative of t with respect to t is 1. So 1 into e raised to t, because here the value is e raised to t and here the value is 1. So 1 into e raised to t is e raised to t dt. Now this is simplified and you got your values here. So what is the value? First term as it is, second term multiply by minus 2. If you multiply by minus 2, you will get this as minus 2t e raised to t. Now look at here, this minus minus is plus. So you will get plus 2 e raised to t plus constant of integration. And now we want our value in terms of our original function. So for that, now look at here, e raised to t is common throughout. So you will take e raised to t, t square minus 2t plus 2 plus constant of integration and resubstitute the value, because we want our answer in the same variable whatever is the given. So what is the variable is given to you? That is x. And as usual, you know that t equal to log x. This is our substitution. So e raised to t is x. So x is here. Okay. Now t is log x, so log x bracket square minus 2 log x plus 2 plus constant of integration. Here you got this value as multiply by x also, or multiplying by x you will get x log x bracket square minus 2x log x and plus 2x plus constant of integration. This is also one of the answer, and the other answer I will give you as this is nothing but x log x bracket square, then you will have minus x log x raised to 2 plus 2x plus constant of integration. Okay, so these are the three alternate answers which you will get in the examination. So any answer you are able to write it. So next example now. This example will start with integration of sec cube x dx. Now this is nothing but the sec cube x means it is, you can say, which is related to. What it is related to? It is related to tan. Okay, so derivative of tan in that manner, if you think, you know that you want sec square x. So you are able to split cube power as sec x into sec square x dx. Now one function is integrable, one function is differentiable. Immediately you are able to write, you know that this is a derivative of tan x. So take this as v because both are trigonometric function. Now look at your rule, LIATE. In this rule, but here both the functions are trigonometric. So you start thinking any one of the function which is integrable, means it's a derivative of some any other function. In that manner, if you start thinking, you know that sec square x is integrable function, hence as it is a derivative of tan x. So we'll begin with this. Sec x into integral of sec square x dx, derivative of sec x. Okay, integrable of sec square x dx, and you know that whatever is the result of this product of the function is again integrable function. So we'll start with this. Now you know that integration of sec square x dx is tan x. So you got the value as sec x into tan x minus derivative of sec x is sec x into tan x. Integration of sec square x dx is nothing but tan x dx. Now what you got here? There is nothing but sec x tan x minus sec x tan square x dx. the tan square x dx you are able to write as a identity sec square x minus 1. So that we'll write. Look at here. So this identity we are using here. So you will get this first term as it is because it is out of integral sign. Here you are having sec x. You are using an identity here, that is sec square x minus 1 dx. Now you need to multiply by sec x to every term. So if you will multiply by that term, what you will get? Sec x minus integral of sec cube x plus integral of sec x. Why? Because this is your term minus sec x into sec square x minus 1 dx. This is your second term. I am talking about second term. Keep this in mind. Minus sign is as it is. Sec cube x minus sec x dx. Now you got two terms. Now if you will separate, minus sign is with sec cube x dx. Okay, and minus minus is plus sec x dx. Okay, you are getting here. So this term is. But what is integration of sec cube x dx? The sec cube x dx is nothing but I again. So I will write here as I. So what I will get here is I equal to sec x minus I plus log of. Here I have one formula. So I am able to write log of mod of sec x plus tan x plus constant of integration. Now shift I to this side. It becomes I plus I. So I plus I equal to, we left with what? We left with, that is sec x into tan x plus log of sec x plus tan x plus constant of integration. So next step will be 2I equal to sec x tan x plus log of mod sec x plus tan x plus constant of integration. So I equal to divide by 2. So you'll get half sec x tan x plus half log of sec x plus tan x plus c dash upon 2. So you will get your final answer as sec x upon 2 plus half log mod sec x plus tan x plus constant of integration, which is c dash upon 2. We'll stop here. We'll continue in the next lecture. In this lecture, we are started with our exercise 3.3. We are completed few examples, and for remaining examples, we'll meet in next lecture. Thank you.